Hey guys, long time no see. I know it's been quite a while since my last video, but that's okay. So what I have for you guys today is a demo I had for a friend. He asked me how to draw heads more accurately, how to get that mileage in, and I decided to record it for him to look at later and for you guys to look at and learn from too. And I hope it's just as helpful for you guys as it was for him. And yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And I'll just play the clip now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be in your YouTube video, John? Are
yeah,
you gonna
yeah,
tag me?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you're gonna be in a cameo. It's kind of
Dang,
crazy.
that's crazy. Can I get tagged? Like, can I get a call out?
No. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So is there anything specific that you
I
struggle
want to
with?
see like how you would go about constructing the head
Mm-hmm.
without dragging it over and mapping out the features.
Okay. So basically, just how do you do a portrait? How do you do a portrait?
Not like I know how to do the portrait, but I was getting to the point where I'm just like, I'm not learning anything if I have to keep dragging it over the ref, you know?
So basically, what that is, right, is
Imposter syndrome.
not What? No, dude. What
No,
that
okay,
is being able to see mistakes with just your eyes, right? So, for example, maybe if I were to start off with head, maybe if I put the ear all the way back here, like, you know that this is like, okay, well, maybe his eyebrows are like that. You already know this is already wrong, right? You could tell this distance is incorrect. But as you get better at drawing itself, there's gonna become a point where it's like the accuracy it gets so close that your eyes will be able to see your own mistakes, and that's when you start realizing like what is wrong with this? Why can't I fix it? It's because you don't have the sensitivity to see the 1% mistakes, the 2% mistakes. You know what I mean? Rather than the big like, oh, this is hella off. Like you can't, like anyone can see that's wrong. And the only way to be able to fix that and work on that is through constant studies, really quick studies. You know, like that's a little bit off. Okay, let me fix it. Like like for example, let's say if I were to do a study on this guy's head really quickly. So what I would do, I'll just like, and you said specifically you've been working on kind of the Loomis method, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So okay, I'll do something more similar to that because I love the Loomis method.
Honestly, Loomis is my father, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you start off with a circle, right?
That's not a perfectly round circle.
That's fine. Who cares, dude? Right. Start off with that. So generally with the Loomis method, you find the
I
Yeah.
noticed. My bad. Sorry for interrupting you. I noticed that's like where I fuck up because like I focus so bad. Like, is the circle the right size of the head, and like we'll constantly remake it after I drag it over. It's like, oh, it's way too big, or oh, it goes out the head a little bit, so it's not right.
So, like, what you need to realize when you're putting your initial strokes down, a lot of people get caught up. It's like, oh, the circle, is that good? Right? It's fine. It's fine. Like, look at this circle. Like, who cares, dude? What you need to think about when you're first putting something down is that it's like a ball of clay. Like, this could be literally like a triangle. It doesn't even matter. It's a point of reference. But what's more important is that there's form within it. The reason why a sphere is so useful is because it's very universal, right? There's form in this. And as long as you understand that and know how to manipulate it, you should be fine. So if we were to keep going, right? Just fix that, clean that up. Here, what I would do first is look for the angle of the eyebrows. Why? Because what this sphere is representing is the cranium. You know what I mean? So if you have the a skull here, and then you have the eye sockets, and then you have the nose, and then you have the mouth part. This is just a profile. This is why knowing the skull is so important, and because you could relate stuff to each other much easier.
Skull studies.
Skull studies. That's a little bit off proportion, but it gets the point across. Anyway, let me fix it. Yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, it's not the point. So yeah, he looks so happy. Anyway, yeah. So that initial circle is very round, or like could be represented with a round shape. So that's why we start with this. Again, yeah, you can start with a like a triangular or whatever. It could be like an oval. It's whatever. As long as you have that first ball of clay, like think of sculpting. What you start off, you don't start sculpting the eyes or whatever. You have like this first mass, and you start generalizing it and then making it more specific. So again, we're finding the angle of the eyebrows. So we're just gonna generally put that in, right? So we have the like what you said, right? That you're trying to find like accuracy. So what you should, or you're struggling with accuracy, right? So you have to make sure you're very, very critical with yourself. You can't be okay with good enough, especially in the beginning stages, because your intuition just isn't there yet to carry you. You know what I mean? Once you get really experienced and like exposed to a lot of different faces, you've already done a lot of different studies, you'll be just fine. Your intuition is gonna carry you. But right now, be very critical. So here's that. I'm looking for, actually let's bring this reference over. Now I have 2 references. Let's go, baby.
Look at that body.
All right.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Back.
Whoa, dude. All right, man. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I dropped it in here. Let's go over in this with the red. So we have the initial circle. All right. So there's that circle we did. So we're looking for this. Like you look here, look at this point where the eyebrow like turns from the front plane of the head to the side. You want to look there, and then you look at the other side of that. You find that. You find those two, and that's the angle you want to draw. So try to train yourself into seeing this length. Like try to abstract it in your head.
Okay.
So that's what I'm finding over here. Yeah, like that thing with accuracy you're talking about, but don't get caught up into it. All right, don't stress over it. Don't go like, it's not perfect. It's not the exact same. So I'm gonna be sad about it. Like, no, that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. It's generally right, so who cares? And I'm not worrying about is it exactly right. Not. So if I go here, now the next thing you would do in the luminous method, I believe. Well, this is gonna be more like how I do it, but still, what I like to do is I like to find the plane for his forehead, because you've already gone through a lot of perspective stuff and how it works, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at look at his forehead, like you see how this is falling back into perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, I like to find that because it's like an anchor point for the entire head. You know what I mean? Because now that I find this. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at the equivalent to what's down here, and I'm just going straight up. Or not straight up, it's a little bit angled. The plane is angled a little bit. So you got to remember that. That's very important. So it goes up and back a little bit. And then I'm thinking about my perspective. How does that relate, or how does that fall back into space? And if you find this, you've kind of figured out all of your perspective, right? So there's that. And now I could construct the rest of the head, the back of the head. So here, it's kind of hard. It's hard to see like what's happening. You gotta use your intuition. Use perspective to find the back of his head. So the head, even though I just talked about like a few minutes ago about how it's round, it's always better to show it as more of a boxy form. So what do I mean by that is that, look, I just told you, you found this plane and it's in perspective. Now, using your knowledge of perspective even more, what you could do is try to figure out like how this box works. Like, if this was a literal box, how would it be? Right? See how that's like it's anchoring down the rest of the head. You want to find that. You just want to find this plane. Yeah. You see how that like feels 3D? And you see how I kind of ignored the circle now? Because it served its purpose of being that placeholder. And I'm looking at these like this angle. Again, like I'm looking here and I'm imagining a point here. Like where would his back of the head be? Because his hair's in the way, yeah? So there's that. So again, it doesn't need to be perfect. Like mine, like you look at mine, it's not exactly like that. It's not duplicated perfectly, and it's even a bigger size I'm drawing. It's okay. Now, if you look here, another landmark that I like is the right here where the corner of his eyebrow is a very important one to be able to identify, right? And to the top of his ear. So if you go here, you want to find that.
Right.
So I find that angle, and then I like to like find I like to split the middle part. It's more like this. I don't know actually. What's good about this method, right? About like Loomis, is it's a bit modified to like how I do it, because like I don't want to teach something that's not 100% like I understand. I understand like my own stuff, so that's what I'm telling you.
Right.
So I try to find that. Now I'm trying to find this angle to the corner and to the top of the ear. Now I'm trying to duplicate that. Like you see how the angle is the same? I need to kind of find where that ear goes.
Okay.
So I'm just adjusting things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, you're using your knowledge of perspective to find the middle part here, right? I don't know, did you learn this yet? Where it's like you take the X, you make an X from the corners, you can find the middle.
No, I haven't learned that one yet.
Yeah. So if you take the corners of a plane, you put an X through.
Is it like the X, Y, and Z?
No.
Oh, okay,
It's like you literally make an X towards them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then this point right here, that's the middle in perspective.
Okay.
It always works, right? But again, it's always better if you could find that intuitively, just to speed things up for yourself. But you could use that to start off, right? Or to check yourself. Like I would put this down first, and then go like, oh, okay. You see how I'm a little bit off? That's okay.
Yeah.
Again, it's more about does it look good rather than is it exactly right? Because again, as you get more familiar and more experienced, you're gonna be able to see these mistakes. So as much as you should be like be critical about yourself and go like and try to see your mistakes, at the same time you gotta balance it out with like, okay, I'm just a little bit off, so it's okay, but at the same time you gotta acknowledge them, and if it's really off, you gotta fix it. So it's more like you have to strike a balance, and that balance I would say leans more towards accuracy rather than being lenient, right?
Right.
Okay, so here now to measure the rest of the face, what I like to do is use like his forehead here as like a measurement. It's a very common thing because again, this is why you find this thing at first. So what I like to do is I measure here. So I'm pretty sure you're very aware. The top of the forehead, where the nose, like the bottom, like where his septum connects to his face. That's very important. A lot of people get it wrong and measure up here.
Yeah.
So you gotta make sure it's right at the septum. So I think, and then you look right here, the measurement. You see, beginners would look down here. And the reason why it's all the way up here is because this is what aligns with the septum. And up here, this is what aligns. So it's like, you gotta keep it flat. If it was back here, it'll be wrong. Very important.
Yeah, okay, yeah, this is making more sense now.
Yeah, I'm glad. So make sure it's like right here. Like if you like where your chin turns from the front to the bottom plane. And he's looking up a little bit, so all of these are shifted in perspective very slightly. So maybe if it was like he was like looking more straight, these would be more equally like spaced, as you learned in like the Loomis method, right? But because they're in perspective, you see how it's like they're not equal. Not quite. So I'm gonna take that. So I'm gonna like measure this, like and compare, or I'm gonna measure this to this, and then this to this. So that's just like using your intuition and using your eyes. Maybe even like you can measure things out with maybe if you go like
but no dragging over the ref.
yeah, don't drag it over the ref. See, I'm just fixing as I go along, so that I'm more accurate, right? But again, I'm not worrying about it too much, because again, these are just studies. They're not meant to be like masterpieces or anything. Right, and then what I will do is that a lot of people again would try to capture like all these little bumps and details. No, you want for right now, what you could do, what you should do, is just find the overall form, right?
Right.
And then here, the jaw comes down. I'm looking at these points. Like, where is this aligned with the rest of the head? So what I like to do is find landmarks. Like kind of like the first one, the very important one where the eyebrows are.
Mm-hmm.
I like to have those. Like I personally really like that there. I like where the cheekbone turns. I like the middle of the jaw. And then I like where the septum of the nose is. Those are like landmarks that you could use to measure things out. Like I'm looking here, and is this angle to there the same? No. Okay, I'm a little bit off, and that's okay. Maybe I could fix it. I saw it was more, maybe a little bit back more. Right?
Right.
That's okay. And another important thing here is that he's looking up a little bit, or we're looking up at him, so you could see the bottom plane of his head. It's important to show that. So you have to, it comes down here. It's a little tricky, it's a little bit hard. That's okay. So what I like to do is find the neck, and then I like to find this here. See, I'm showing a little bit of that bottom plane. This was a little bit off.
Are you using the hotline brush right now?
Yeah.
Yours looks so crisp.
I know I'm cracked out of my mind, dude. What can I say?
Tell me about it.
Right, so I'm constantly looking at my reference. I'm looking at the angles. Again, here's another angle of his jaw. So I'm trying to duplicate that. Again, be very critical, but not so critical that you're losing your mind. Alright, that's see, I noticed that this is a little bit too long, so I'm like, okay, I gotta fix that.
So like what I'm thinking after you break this down is like possibly integrating this like a warm-up, like 5 breakdowns of the head, if that makes sense.
Oh, would you like turn into a warm-up-ish thing?
Yeah, like I just do like 5 heads.
Yeah,
every time.
yeah. I mean, like, look at this, right? Look what I have here. I'm gonna add the neck in, so it's kind of like here. I'm taking...
Look at that neck, bro. He's cracked.
Yeah, see, dude, this is like a good study. This, like, you could just do it. You could leave this here. You could do a lot of these, and you'll get really good at drawing the head shape really quickly. Like, you see how you already have all the information you need to draw. Like, now I don't even need to look at the ref. Well, I do if I want it to look like. Now I could, like, even if I'm good at perspective, I could add my own features. I don't even need to really copy the reference, because I already have my perspective and my placements down, right?
Right.
That's how people do things from imagination. They get really good with perspective and understanding. But anyway, that's not the goal here. I'm trying to make this look sort of like the ref, but like, again, I want to emphasize that it doesn't matter if it doesn't look like them. So yeah. But I think for what you're trying to do right now, you should be trying to go through, like, try to follow through all the way. Now, what I would do from here... Oh, wait, I didn't explain this part. So, yeah. You see how I've now have this front plane and side plane, yeah?
Yeah.
You see how, like, how basic it is? But it still communicates that this is the head. This is a head. This could be turned into a head. because remember, we made that front plane here and that side plane there, and then I just like branched off into the rest of the head because I already have my perspective down, so it's all good. Now what I would do, I would kind of soften this down a little bit, not too much. I still want to be able to see it because I'm gonna start going over it. I'm gonna start going down into these more detailed stuff, like where's the nose, where's the eyes, where are these little bumps? Because now it's like, if you think of a building, I have those, like those the initial framing of it. Yeah. I'm gonna go back. So what I would do here, it's gonna go into the eyes maybe. Now let's go into the nose. So like what I like to, sometimes I like to start with the glabella here because it's a very easy spot. So I'm looking at this angle here and trying to figure out like where does it relate with everything else. I see that its corner aligns right here, and then so I'm looking here, going down, and that's where my glabella is. So I'm utilizing things I've already drawn as reference points. Again, this is why it's really good to have little landmarks for yourself. And then I'm looking at the angle of the nose. And then I'm gonna map out the nose here real quick. Maybe like it will take too long if I like explain my entire process for like each feature, but I'll do a quick rundown. So there's that. You see like this very subtle thing that should be in perspective because it's a horizontal line. So I'm gonna make sure it's horizontal. This is like the cross between the glabella. Always remember your perspective. So there's that. And then I'm looking at this here. So basically what I just did, I just broke down the nose into...
You just cracked.
Cracked out of my mind, yes. So yeah, there's that. See, I was a little off, but it's okay. Because what I'm still extracting the forms, and I'm still trying to understand it. That's the whole point of studies. So there's I simplified it into its most basic form, right? So it's kind of more of like a rectangular thing with like a more trapezoidal-ish sort of base. And you see how that's still sitting in my perspective, right?
Yes.
It's always falling back into space. And you're looking up at him a little bit, like I mentioned earlier. So you're able to see more of the bottom. You use these like little notes to inform you about your own drawing so that you can be more accurate without even looking at the ref.
Nice, yeah.
You go here. Here. So again, I'm looking at these lines. I'm trying to be accurate. Like I already drew this line earlier. Now I'm looking at this angle of like where does his eyes sit. I'm looking at another landmark is the corner of his eyes, and then I'm trying to imagine where does the other corner of his eye be like right here because it's covered by his nose. And then I'm trying to find the other one right there. Right?
Okay, now this is starting to make...
Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm glad. So again, once again...
John, would you recommend putting the drawing on top of the reference for checking the proportions or anything?
Maybe like towards the end, but again, it's like you shouldn't be worrying about it way too much. Over time, you'll be able to get more and more accurate. But if you really are just like stuck and struggling, you should. I think like you're starting to just get really stressed out about it. Maybe you could, but at the same time, it should really never get to the point where you're just like molding over it. You know what I mean? So again, I'm looking at this.
I mean, like every 15 minutes or so. Yeah.
I think every 15 minutes is way too much because you're gonna get very reliant on it. Yeah, you're gonna get very reliant on it. You want to develop your eye for things. It's gonna be again, it's just gonna be very frustrating. Like off rip, like you got to do a lot of drawings. Like I'm gonna show you in a bit, like how to get that mileage in, so that things are So you start building up that intuition and that eye for things that are correct. So again,
Yeah, I do think I rely too much on the tracing.
hmm
Yeah, I need to develop my eye more.
yeah. And I'm just gonna put more on these. So look, I'm looking at this point and I'm looking at this point. You see how there's this angle here? I'm gonna make sure that's there too. And I'm looking at the angle for this. Like I'm even using his shadow.
Look at him, he's cracked.
Yeah, look, I'm even looking at the shadow shape here as more as reference points, right? So that could be more accurate. And now I'm looking at the eye shape. See, I already have my reference points down, so it's much easier to find that.
Hi, Nair. John, you're gonna have to edit that out.
Oh god, dude. You good, bro?
Nair, you
You good?
Nair just
Yeah,
died in the
I'm recording this.
background.
Free content. Free content.
You just hear Nair dying in the background of the video.
Sheesh, dude.
Alright, keep going.
Yeah, anyway. So yeah, you see how I have all these reference points for myself so I could find more angles and measurements. Very good. And then I don't even have his eyebrows yet. I'll put that down later. Just here. And this guy is a very interesting brow, right? His brow is very... There's so much going on here. I'm just going to erase it. So this guy's brow, it comes out a lot. I don't know if you could tell. Like this whole form here. That's his brow.
This is brow.
Yeah, comes out a lot. So I want to draw that because it looks good. And then this is where his thing comes. Comes in. So here, what's really important is this transition, finding this. So what I like to think about, I stole this from Marco Bucci. It's like a question mark.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. So finding this is really, really nice.
That's part of the video.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized like just doing that cuts out like 95% of the fucking plane. Yeah.
So you see, I just found that.
Marco Bucci for the win.
Art God.
You know,
For the mouth here, I know where my middle is, and I find this point, I find this landmark. I'm looking at how it relates to all the other landmarks and stuff, see? So that could be accurate. And again, as you go, you're gonna, like, subconsciously, not unconsciously, subconsciously do these in your head, and you're gonna get pretty good at it.
Oh my god, he's cracked.
He's cracked. Same, again, all my horizontals are following perspective.
I wish. Oh my. You know how much time this could take? He's so in the beginning.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So yeah.
You're knowing it now. So.
You're knowing it now.
I know now. I know now. Never again. Never again.
So again, here's another reference point. I'm looking at how it relates to everything else, right? Helps with your accuracy. And always remembering my perspective. You see how it's falling back, but just like everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy's mouth is open a little bit.
I feel like if we started this way, a drawing from imagination will be 10 times easier.
Yeah. What's that?
Look at them lips, though.
Alright. I'm gonna get this side of the face in. I think I did the nose a little bit wrong.
Wow, John, you got something wrong. Fake news. I can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you've done this. It's because I here. What is that, dude? I can't be anything is wrong. That's crazy to me. In a video?
That's impossible.
Yeah, nose is still hard.
Noses do be, bro.
Yeah. See, I didn't look at this. The relationship between these two. See how off mine was?
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing. I love how I could just hear John about.
Wait, is that near?
Is that there?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not there.
Is that there?
No.
It
No,
is
that's
there.
Ace.
Ace.
Yeah, it's Ace.
Okay.
What?
We can hear your keyboard.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah. yeah.
Wait, isn't that John? He like murders his keyboard when he's drawing. It's not my keyboard.
Whose keyboard is that? The frick?
It's yours, John. The fuck?
No, dude.
No,
Am I hearing myself?
Yeah, you're hearing yourself, you guy.
Yeah, because I'm not typing.
Really? That's crazy to me. Wait, let me stop. No, it's still going. I'm not even doing anything.
John, why you doing? Dude?
Yeah, it's Nair, dude. It's Nair,
That's
dude.
Nair, that's
Nair's
Nair.
trolling, yeah.
Freaking Nair, dude. He's trolling, bro. He's trolling.
The fact that I believed him while Nair, I can't believe
Wow,
you done
I can't believe you've done that to me, dude.
that. It was Nair. It always has been.
Snake 100.
What a snake, dude.
Pause.
Nair,
Uh.
you played way too much Persona.
Too much
I
Persona.
got to play Persona, dude. So- Actually, not really, because I've been drawing. I'm like, it's been
I
a while
haven't
since-
played League in 4 days.
Good. Should keep that up for the rest of your life.
Oh,
Keep
dude.
it up till you get good.
My friend who doesn't even draw, he quit League. He's like, this is the best thing ever. And I'm like, I did
It
that
feels
fucking
so
years ago.
freeing, like I've just been let out of prison.
You're not as mad anymore.
I actually touched some grass for once.
Damn.
This man touched grass.
I can't believe John lied to me. Look at him.
What do you mean? I'm fixing my thing. I'm fixing my mistakes.
I know.
What are you gonna do?
My Loomis book will be here tomorrow on the heads and hands.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I'm not used to doing this much construction anymore. I'm kind of bad at it now, but anyway, it's fine. Not every study is perfect. Cracked up his mind.
Drag it over the ref, John. Do it.
It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be exact, dude.
Don't drag it over there.
No
Don't.
needs to drag over the ref. That's just cringe.
Ah.
Drag it over the ref, they said. It'll be fine, they said.
Months later.
Think
I don't know,
Chron-
it's not the same size as the ref.
It's fine. Okay, it's whatever. Like I've already extracted like the thought
so you
process.
Can't do anything else besides drag over the ref.
Don't drag it over the ref, it's a lie.
It's a lie.
Hey, she need a stream.
Oh. Oh wait, I wasn't.
How else are we gonna steal all of your skills?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, y'all was sharing gun or some shit? What? Oh, watch this guy and sprang his shit.
Yeah, dude. Is that not how it works?
I'ma try that now.
Yeah. It works. It works.
It
Just be
works,
good
dude.
already. Yeah.
Hey, it works, dude. This is way too high. See, you see how like it's fine if I make mistakes and stuff. Freaking.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you can always fix it later. It's whatever, dude.
So no one's gonna see the ref. So. But
Yeah, no one cares. It's not perfect, but I don't really care. Plus, I don't know. Like for me, whenever I paint faces, it always becomes more accurate when I'm painting it. Maybe this is just a me thing. I don't know. I'm weird, but
You don't use lines
Yeah,
anymore.
I like how Mike Matesi puts it in his most recent thing. He's like drawing is harder, and you, like it's harder than rendering because all you have is only lines, and if you have like shaky lines and shit, everything. But you could render, that's cool. But like drawing's harder because you have to think about everything else. Yeah.
That is pure fact. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's not me.
That is
My friend John, he's taken and he's cracked at art.
cracked at Fortnite, my guy. So yeah, I'm just putting the features, making sure I'm all good. Alright, now I'm gonna look at his hairline. His hairline, hairline's not the hairline.
John, why would you bring up hair right after my trauma?
It's not my fault. You got a bad barber, bro.
Listen,
Wait, did you get your cut already?
yeah,
Someone's
Did he
like,
like give you like a buzz cut or something?
no. The
someone
long hair
commented
gang?
on his face.
Long hair. again?
No, I was supposed to get a drop fade, so like it'll just get rid of the sides, but I still keep my hair.
Mhm.
And he went a little bit too high for my liking.
Yeah.
Damn, you fucked it up.
So you should
I'm
have
like,
been mohawk.
What do you do at that point? It's like, well,
Mohawk.
damn,
That's what
like
you do.
what?
Mohawk. Easy.
No.
Well, you
I'm
don't
trying
do
to grow-
that.
I'm trying to grow my hair, not lose more.
Sheesh, dude.
You know, I felt like I was being murdered. You know, like just seeing like all of those luscious locks just fall to the floor.
See, this is why you don't go to a barber. This is why you go to a salon.
I've learned my lesson. Okay, but like my sideburns though, like he hooked me up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really feeling it right now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's feeling like a new man right now.
I am feeling like a new man. Like I'm like 15% hurt.
His hair grows back.
Hair
know.
grows back.
It's just like the fact that I've been spending like the last 9 months. I'm like, damn, I finally got it to like, this shit's long. I'm liking it. I'm feeling it. And then you just see your work just get destroyed in one swoop.
One fail swoop.
Who's gonna win? 9 months of effort and
What effort?
Keeping up.
You put effort into growing your hair, dude? I don't know, man.
I mean, like keeping up with it, like you know, washing it, moisturizing it, combing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's gonna win? Like 9 months of effort or one buzzy boy?
One buzzy boy.
One buzzy boy definitely took the dub in this one.
Yeah. Dude, I hardly do studies like this constructed anymore. It's kind of weird. Not gonna lie to you. Y'all do this? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy, John. You know, like we're not all on your level yet.
No, I don't. Whoa, I don't never say yeah. Whoa, wait.
You know, John, not all of us are cracked just yet. You know,
Whoa.
Someone send the email.
that's it.
Yo, dude.
Another one. John, you're really about to get canceled for the second time.
Sheesh, bro. I didn't do anything. Yeah. Okay, anyway, yeah. So that's like a slow process of what you should be thinking about. But, you know, those longer things aren't like, if you really want to like push your like mileage, like you don't need to draw all this, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Think about it.
Just think about it. Yeah, you should be thinking about it.
Be like, huh?
Huh.
Or you come to a standstill. You're like, wait, hold on.
What you
And
done?
that's why when
Ooh,
like
what
John
did he
like at the
say?
beginning was like, you know, there's planes, there's a skull, and all those things. You just add things to your toolbox of just how to problem solve stuff. So it's like, oh, I know how to do that. It's like this doesn't help me here, but if I think about the skull, or like Marco Bucci's question mark shit, it's like, oh, okay, so my shit's not lining up right now because of, or like the triangle with the eyes and the nose and all that shit. So it's like, huh.
Yeah, Marco Bucci for the W.
So,
Yeah. So usually when I want to do like a nice quick study of like a head, this is what I usually do. This is like taking all the things I just explained to you and just kind of compressing it. Usually how I do that, I'm going to do this one. I just go quickly, like again, remember that sphere I talked about?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be a sphere. It just needs to be a piece of, you know, clay that I can mold around and whatnot, right? That has form. So what I do, I kind of go like this. I find the brow. I find that. I find the nose. Right? And I'm using my knowledge of perspective. See, I'm still thinking about all this. I'm just not drawing it. Right? That. I find the ear. I'm still thinking about all this. Right? I'm still thinking about all that. I'm just not drawing it. Right? I go here. And then I can find his hair now. Yeah. And then I think let's draw his hair. I'm thinking about that. I'm still thinking about like all the forms, the hair, how I could design it, whatnot.
Picky.
Who called me? Yeah.
What John is saying now, it just
I
comes
know.
naturally. So
I
don't
know.
try to rush it. Just like do all your exercises, and the more you do, the more you'll be able to do what John is doing at the moment. Because if you try to like do John's what do you call it earlier, implied form, like without doing all those exercises, it's gonna be really hard, and your stuff not gonna be clear,
Yeah, but
and you're gonna end up like using lasso like a shit ton to fix stuff.
You need Photoshop to use lasso, my guy. I'm Clip Studio Game.
Wait,
Clip
does
literally-
lasso?
Clip literally has
Wait,
lasso.
Clip has it?
I literally
look
use it
what
all
fly.
the
Oh,
time.
shit.
I use it all the time.
Dude, lasso, not liquify.
The-
Liquify is not the best at like fixing like small things, because it kind of like pastes things around. It's good for what it's good for, but it's not good for what lasso does.
Yeah, but I still recommend trying to do like these quicker sketches. Maybe not even. I would. Sometimes you don't even need to put the eyes in. You could just go like. Maybe I'll do it for the next one. Or no,
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'll show you a few examples, right? Of ones I've already done. And then I put the mouth in. Oh, not yet. I like to find the jaw first. Let's find the jaw. Neck. Mouth. Like that. And honestly, at the,
Oh, my bad, keep going.
yeah, and honestly, like, I don't even need to really do much more because I've already, like, okay, I've gotten what I need from this ref. I've gotten, like, my proportions, I've gotten whatever. It's fine. It's like, no need to go much more than this. And that took, like, a few, like, a couple minutes, maybe. That mouth is janky, so what am I doing? Right. Let's see.
Thank you, John.
Yeah. I'll do a couple more.
Don't forget to just be good.
Just get good.
Be good.
You're struggling? Just get good.
Yeah.
so how long does the painting take you?
That's the answer to everything. Just get good.
Just get good.
Was that? Was that? Who said that?
How long does the painting take you?
For portrait, probably just like a couple hours.
Because he's cracked.
Crowd.
K-pop portrait. How long does one take on average?
Depends what I'm doing. If I'm like fuck it, quick boy, I could do it in maybe like an hour or something. Well, like for a lot of the stuff, like the one that you saw or like posted recently, that took maybe 3, 5, maybe 4, 5, 6. I don't really keep track, but that's all.
3, 5, 4, 5, 6.
Start naming all of it.
Like, a lot of the stuff too is like the reason why it might take like longer to like do some stuff is because like I'll be like really experimental. Like I'll do something like, wait, I like that, or like I'll have a like reason I'm doing something, and I'm like, oh god, I want to try that out. If it doesn't work and I keep guessing and checking,
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, I'm getting too obsessed with trying to make it accurate. It's fine. See, I still do that. Still not good.
What do you mean you're not cracked, John? Stop lying.
Stop lying. But yeah, I still get caught up in trying to make things perfect. That's not the point. I see. I've already gotten my.
Especially quick sketch, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus
See, like,
Christ. Don't
yeah.
ever think about that quick sketch.
Yeah. See, I was like, okay, I think the mouth is kind of weird. It's fine, dude. It's fine. Cause like I've already built. I'm still building up my ability to see mistakes and you know, a little intuition. Trying to still thinking about like perspective stuff and whatnot. See, this is fine. Like I don't need to go much farther than this to start practicing heads. You see how that was much faster than this? Yeah, this one's like more accurate and maybe like better looking or whatever. But this one is like whatever. This eye is jank. Hold on. Right. It's still good enough. It's whatever. Like I would do like a lot of these. Like I would do these over and over. Cause you could fit in like probably like what, like 30 of these in an hour, rather than to like one of these, or two of these in like 1 hour. Like I don't know. There's always just more value in that. Yeah, it's not as pretty or whatever, but it gives you more experience.
Mileage.
Mileage. We love mileage.
Just get good. Just get good.
Get good. Yeah. You want to kind of do a mix. It's whatever. It's not the best drawing, but you know, it's whatever. It's more experience. So let's do another one. Even
Broccoli boy, bring him back.
no.
God damn it.
It's not.
Maybe you should bring him back, Picky. Whoa.
I will. Once I get good, I will bring him back. I will bring him back.
He said that's my
Listen,
OC now.
It's my
Yeah,
house.
John might have dropped him, but I picked him up. I dusted him off. And
Dust him off.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this one will be more closer to what I do now, but so that it's get more of a feel.
Only real ones understand broccoli.
Only real ones. Yeah.
No, more like only people who lived through the Fuji Picky era would
Oh
understand
my
broccoli.
god, the Fuji era. Pre-art
Jeez, bro.
or what size are you using the hotline brush at?
Size don't matter, bro. Like cause like it changes so much. Cause like depends on the like how zoomed in you are. Like if I zoom in, now it looks huge. If I zoom out, now it looks like what the hell? Okay,
It also depends on your canvas too.
Yeah. Just like I don't even want it thin. At least that's how I like it. Yeah. I used to like it a little bit thicker, but not anymore. So yeah. I used to take much longer on these sketches, but it's like whatever. I realize you don't really need that. You're gonna have a lot of bad looking ones. You know what? That's fine.
Yeah. I'm ready to fail, you know?
Yeah, that's how it be.
Think it good.
That's how you get good. This guy.
Is that a KJ Oppa? No, it's not. Okay.
Who?
Ginger dude from Riverdale.
Yeah, I don't watch Riverdale.
Oh yeah, I forgot, John. I forgot. You're not hip, so. Mono.
Hip.
Fine.
What?
You know, you're just built different.
Yeah, I'm cutting that out of the video. Whatever, dude.
Well, okay.
That's getting cut.
Wait, so like, can I get tagged in the video at least?
No.
Okay.
It'll be by choice too.
Okay. Exposing John Picato.
Expose video. Expose. Expose. Get expository.
Just like scroll through the Discord for like 2 minutes. That'll be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean, dude?
The conversation we had earlier
What do you what? What are you talking about?
with dudes.
Oh, that one. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, so if I do the question mark like Marco Bucci does,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't have to do those ones.
And yeah, I mean, it's one way. Like again, it's like what Neri mentioned earlier. Like what he brought back was like, you have multiple tools in your tool belt, right? So like, okay, maybe you want to do this one, like where Loomis kind of has like this from the ear down to the chin. Maybe you could do this, or maybe you could do it the way Angel does, where it's more like this, I think. And then I forget honestly. And you go like this, right? But they all work, right?
Yeah,
I just find this one to be the best one for me usually. Question mark.
and easier.
Easier, cleaner too. So. Right, so. And you see how all the studies aren't like exactly perfect, right? They're just like.
But they're good.
They're good. Well, that's because I do it a lot. And when you do it, maybe they won't be so good.
It's okay, John. It's okay.
Right?
You'll
We
see.
all start somewhere. And it's
Don't worry, you'll be living in the vent channel for a little bit.
the vent channel.
The vent channel.
Sheesh, bro.
Just hide my iPad. It's not safe.
It's not safe. Yeah, see, I already see, like, what's really good about these quick sketches, too, is that, like, I already see mistakes in my drawings, right? Now, I could take all those mistakes, let's say I write them down, maybe even, and then I can have them over, and then the next sketch I do, I'll be thinking about those mistakes, and I could make it even better, the next one. And then those ones are gonna have mistakes too, and then I could apply that on the next one, and the next, and the next. And see how that like kind of. This is also another reason why like having these quicker sketches, are more meaningful. Yeah, again, you gotta mix in these longer ones, but those quick ones are really what's gonna get you going.
Good.
Yeah.